All right, so if you tap the table and shit, the microphone definitely gonna pick that up and shit. All right. Yo, what's up, motherfuckers? It's the Young Filipino coming at you with another motherfucking video. And man, it's been a minute since I created a video for you guys, but I feel like this topic is pretty important. I got my homie Robert here. A little fun fact too about Robert. This is the motherfucker you see in my intro where he says Charles Young, the Young Filipino. And that's how we got that intro, you feel me? So shout out to Robert, because he always comes in clutch, man. He's the one who got the footage of that intro that you see on every motherfucking episode. But we got Robert here because we actually got Robert here today because he actually captured another thing on video. I'm not too sure if any of you guys have been following along with my Instagram or my Snapchat, but I put up a video last week of a dog you see there, and he's actually getting punched in the face by its canine police officer in training partner. And this guy had sent it over to me Monday? It was last Monday, and I was like, "Oh dang, I can't believe that was real." So he sends it to me.
Away, and as I was driving away, I sent it to you. I sent it to you while I was
driving away from it happening.
I was pulling away from my driveway, and I was like, I swear, didn't even put my phone in my pocket after recording. I immediately sent it to you, bro.
All right, so a little background on it. So I did put this video on my Instagram. I put it on my Snapchat. So if you guys follow me there, you will have seen this video. And with the background of this video is my homie Robert right here. He called me up. He's like, bro, you're not going to believe what I just seen. And he sent me the video. And I'm like, bro, I'm about to post that. And so I did. And it's very disturbing for some people. Other people, it's not that big of a deal. Some people don't care. But a lot of people, this is a very big deal. And if you guys want to go back and I'm going to put up a video of the fucking what it is right here. I'm going to play it right now so you guys can actually watch it so you guys know exactly what we're talking about. So this happens. Robert sends it to me. I put it up, and a lot of people had sent me messages. And then I'm like, hey, Robert, you need to put this on some type of platform that will reach a lot of people. So he said, boom, perfect. I'm not too sure what I want to do because why? Why didn't you even want to post it to begin with? Let's start there.
Because it was just a matter of seconds for me to realize it was a cop with his dog, you know. So you see, I mean, maybe I couldn't even realize it. You know, it's hard for me to think about everything, you know. But when I did leave, I also saw him get into his car and opening the trunk, you know, put his belongings in there. So I just didn't want to go ahead and rush it up and call the police on something that it might not even wrong, you know, there might be like some type of special forces stupid training.
Okay. So you wanted to kind of just stay out of the way because you don't even know if you were right or wrong, or what was going on.
I don't even remember. I called it up on you. I say, hey, is this some type of training? I mean,
right.
More expert than me.
Yep. So on both of our posts, so on my post I put, is this normal police training? Punching a canine in the face or something to that nature. Like, is this normal training for a police? And a lot of people have said, no, this is animal abuse. Why aren't you reporting this? We need to do something about it. Yeah, basically everybody. So, and I posted that around like 3, I would say it was like 3, probably around 3 p.m. around that time. Because you sent it to me around noon, 1 o'clock?
12:20 when it happened. Send it to you at 12:30.
Okay, so around 12:30, I got the video, and I was working. So we both worked full-time jobs, so we were both working while this was happening.
Yes.
I was out making deliveries, and I was like, okay. I was at a time where it was like chill. I could actually like sit down, analyze the video, and make some type of comment that I could put with it that would make aware of what's going on, because obviously I knew that was wrong. I know for a fact that you're not supposed to hit a dog in the face. I know that for a fact. So I had to put something to where it was not really satire, but it was like kind of not making fun of it, but it was something where it was like, well, of course that's not right.
Yeah.
So I wrote, is this normal police training? Because I don't think that's normal any dog training, regardless if it's police training or not. I don't think that's any proper training for a dog to begin with. Yeah. So I simply put, is this normal police training? And I'm like, okay. So then you, later on in the day, around 9 p.m., because I had been telling you what everybody had been like kind of responding with me with.
You say that everybody was pissed about it, you know. Yeah,
a lot of people were not happy. So you had put it up around 9 p.m. and you had also put the same type of caption, like, is this normal police training to hit your partner in the face?
Yeah, I talked to my wife because I sent it to her as well.
Yeah.
I sent it to you. I sent it to her. She was sleeping. She sleeps through the days a lot because of her pregnancy.
Yeah, dude. How far along is she now?
She's 8 months. Bro.
8 months, bro. You're about to have another kid, bro. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hell yeah, dude.
And I said it to her, but then when I got home, she's like, that's not good.
Yeah, that's not good.
We just recently lost a dog.
Yeah, that's right, dude. Your dog Caramel, that's right. You want to give us a little backstory on Caramel for a minute?
It was our first dog.
First dog. Do you know what kind of dog it was?
Oh my God,
it was a smaller...
It's called. It was a mix with Chihuahua and I'm not really sure, man.
Something small that was mixed with Chihuahua for sure. So it was on the smaller side. It was very.
I think it's called Maki.
Okay, I don't know. We'll try and find a picture of it. We'll put a picture on the screen of your old dog. And if you guys know what it is, leave it in the comments below what type of dog it is. We're not really too much into the dog culture yet. We're kind of just into it.
With a Chihuahua.
It was a what?
New York. New York or Yorkie.
Oh, Yorkie. A Yorkie mixed with...
Yorkie with a Chihuahua.
Okay, so it was a Yorkie mixed with a Chihuahua. That's what the dog was.
It's called Maki or something like that.
Okay. So that was the type of dog that you had, and you had it for what, about 6, 7, 8 months?
6, 7 months. 6, 7 months. We were already in love with the dog,
Yeah.
All of us. My wife never had a dog before. She grew up with a dog, but we never owned a dog before.
And then?
And
one day,
it escaped, and it got run over.
The dog was just being a dog, man, right? It just wanted to get outside and fuck around and run around.
I took him outside, and he was starting getting too crazy excited and not listening to us. So then we bought him a leash, and the collar was too big. It was so small. So we were like, okay, we're not going to let him out until we get a right size collar. And that day it escaped, and somebody ran it over right in front of the street. Right in front of the street, and it was sad, bro. My daughter saw that. My son was like, "Daddy, the dog is laying on the street." And I was like, somebody killed the damn dog.
Damn.
Instantly.
Yeah.
Like, it was too small, so.
Sorry, I just want to make sure we're still on the right setting on the microphone.
So, that happened, Caramel died.
Yeah.
It was very emotional for my family.
And how long ago was this?
It was possible to.
It was like
about a month ago.
This is like right after or before Thanksgiving?
Right after Thanksgiving.
Right after Thanksgiving.
Right after Thanksgiving. So it was very recent.
And then this incident happens last Monday.
Last Monday.
To end off 2020.
The end of 2020. It was the 28th Monday.
Something like that.
Something like that. But I was explaining to people, how ironic it is, that we were wishing we could still have our dog.
Yep. And then you see somebody kind of abusing a dog.
Mistreating a dog, it's just straightforward, Somebody should be like hugging, kissing this dog, petting this dog.
So that was Monday night. You put
That
up.
was Monday.
You put up your post. You said,
put it up at night.
Is this normal
In a matter
police
of like
training?"
2 hours and went wild because I shared it into the Vacaville PD, which was later deleted.
So you shared it to Facebook through the Vacaville PD.
No. It was just the Vacaville group.
Just the Vacaville City.
It's over 5,000 members
Members in this Facebook
page for the Vacaville people. You know,
so you shared the video there.
Buy and sell pages, you know, because I wasn't trying to buy or sell anything. You know, like.
Right. So you put the post on your main feed, and then you also shared it to this community page for Vacaville,
where it picked up attention right away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Yeah, we got to like 2,600 views in a matter of a couple hours.
In a matter of a couple hours.
Before I went to bed.
So you were kind of monitoring it a little bit, were you? Or
I did a little bit for like an hour or two.
Like an hour or two?
God, I was just seeing everything.
And then you go to bed. You got to work the next morning. You wake up. What happens when you wake up?
The post was deleted.
Okay, so somebody probably reported it and saw it and took it down.
It took it down from the
community page.
But it was still on my page and was still.
So you still had your page public. The post was up there, and that's where people could initially be able to find that video from sharing it.
So many people share the video.
Okay.
So many people still, you know.
So the next morning, what happens?
I got a lot of.
You had your notification on your phone were probably blowing up.
Yes, phone calls too. Newspapers got my phone out of nowhere.
Yeah, probably through Facebook.
Probably through Facebook. I don't know. I think my wife told me
because
you probably saw I got my number in there. I believe so.
Yeah.
Well, my number is everywhere. I do floors for a living.
Yeah.
The more I spread my number, the more people I know.
Where you work at?
Flooring. I'm a floor installer.
Flooring. Okay.
So that way, the more I spread my number, the more jobs I can get to. You know. So my number is more than public. You know.
Sure. I'm actually gonna try to do this way and see if this works better.
So it's not like I try to hide my number. You know.
That's better.
I've never have tried to hide my number or my identity.
Hidden.
Yeah,
sure. So you make the post, you go to bed, wake up the next morning, you get phone calls, you have all these phone calls from news reporters, you have the newspaper calling you. Who do you respond to first, and how does that conversation go?
Who do I respond to first? People who were approaching to me to help me about this matter.
Through Facebook?
Through Facebook, yeah.
So you were like commenting back.
Everybody I've been talking to has been through Facebook originally, and if not after they either find my number there or whatever, but everything it would started at least with a Facebook message.
Okay.
And then I shared my number immediately. You know, what do you need from me? My video, you know.
I'm gonna check one thing really quick. I just want to make sure this camera's still motherfucking recording. I don't know how long we've been in this, so give me 1 second. So you start responding to people through your Facebook comments.
Yeah,
trying to reach out.
Once again, I was still trying to find out this morning when it happened. So I was still trying to find out. Once again, is this a special forces or only police dogs? They got to go through this training because they probably get bitten when.
Yeah. So you're still trying to figure out if this is something that's supposed to happen or if this is going too far.
Yeah. But
so you don't know.
I don't know. I still don't know. It just looks wrong.
It looks wrong.
Very wrong.
But you don't know.
But I don't know if there's any wrongdoing.
Right.
So all these trainers, police officer posting on the.
They start commenting on that post.
They start commenting.
And what were those comments kind of saying?
Either on my original place, but.
So if they want to find your Facebook post, maybe you can share that with me, and I'll leave it in the description box so they can go to that post and follow along and check out these comments.
Yes. Yeah. If you go to my page, you can see the original post.
I'll leave all that information down below. There'll be links. We'll be able to find this. I'll let you guys go through these comments and see how kind of ignorant some of these people can be too.
Yes. As I was trying to respond in the morning to the proportion of the situation that it was blowing up.
Yeah, it was starting to get bigger and bigger.
As I was going through that, at the same time, police department releasing a statement.
Okay, so the Vacaville Police Department did release a statement that next morning or sometime throughout that day?
Because people were calling over and over and over at least people from Vacaville who saw it from the original post.
Damn,
I'm
so
filing
people
a
were
complaint.
calling the police department immediately after they seen that.
After they seen that, probably since the moment who seen it, you know, like most
And it
people
had
should
at
have
least
done that.
2,000 views at that time, or in the morning, how many
In
views
the
did it have?
morning, I didn't check the Vacaville PD, but Vacaville PD was around 5,000.
5,000.
While mine was around 3 or so. Like they were getting way more attention.
So it was getting around pretty quickly.
People would pretty much look the video and go straight to them.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
And the Vacaville response was pretty much saying that it was training.
Okay, yeah. So Vacaville's response, we'll leave a link to that too as well, and I could probably put a clip of it in so you guys can see exactly what the commander had responded with, which I think everybody could just read through the bullshit and just see how ignorant they were just to hurry up and get something out there. And because there was only one statement that was released that was used for all the news stations, and basically he was just saying that was an officer doing K9 training, and when a K9 gets aggressive and tries to attack the trainer, that their response is to do what that officer had did. But also, you witnessed from your own eyes, you're the one who took the video, you saw the whole situation, what you saw before the video and what you saw after the video. You saw more than just one punch.
Yes.
And what the officer and the commander is saying is that he can't comment on what he wasn't there and what he couldn't see. The fact that he's even making a comment on what he is saying that he couldn't see, and now backtracking, say he can't make a comment on what he didn't see, being there not being 10 punches, you saw that. You can verify that.
Yeah, I mean, but right away you can tell right there, they will try to respond to the one punch on the video, and they won't try to ignore completely what happened before, or what had happened,
or his behavior with him looking
many
around.
times before.
Look, that looks very suspicious. Him
The
looking
whole
around,
situation was suspicious,
and you also say that after you took that video, the officer looked at you, so you felt like kind of scared in a way. So you kind of just put your phone away, like you felt like he saw you recording. And also after that, he went behind those trailers and kind of reprimanded the dog a little bit more and started petting it and trying to be a little more friendly to it.
You don't know. I mean, I don't know what happened when they were back there, but if you want to try to think what went through my imagination.
What went through your imagination?
My imagination is wild, my friend. My imagination is wild, my friend. My imagination is wild, my friend. I seriously immediately was like, okay, he's a cop.
Yeah.
He has a gun. He's a police dog, obviously. Very nice dog. And he's beating the crap out of it. So I was like, this is a crime where I'm recording. I'm not in a cool position right now.
Okay.
Straight away.
So you felt like maybe you recording that, you might be breaking the law in some way. Because you don't know the law.
He make it even more suspicious.
Yeah.
Because he stopped.
Looked around.
And
looked at you.
After he saw me, he stopped. And I was like...
You started petting the dog, you said, after that.
Yes, I went inside the warehouse.
And you started to mind your own business again.
I was just completely like, what do I do?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, let me finish with my tools, like, just grab your shit and go, Robert, like...
Yeah, like, nothing to do here.
It's some shit for a lot of people, I should have thrown a rock to this guy, whatever they think, he's an officer.
Yeah.
I cannot raise my voice to an officer as a 6 feet 2 inches Latino.
Yeah.
That would have ended badly.
Yeah. So you felt in maybe a matter of 2 to 5 seconds, if I did anything to this cop in a manner that he's gonna say is aggressive, because this big guy's coming at me and telling me to stop, it's not gonna end in a situation that's gonna be on your side.
And he had something in his hand, so I had to shoot him because I yelled at him, "Stop!" Whatever. Yeah. So many I picture so many scenarios, bro.
Yeah.
I saw myself as a part of a Chapo mafia, bro, being killed right there in that place, and the guy being aware with the medal.
Yeah.
for beating a dog.
Yeah. So back to our timeline. So the next morning, the police, their Facebook page is getting blown up. They're getting calls to the police station on the response of their bullshit, right? Because
people were furious. I mean, it's still at this time it's over 12,000.
Because Monday you did a couple interviews, right? Monday you did a couple interviews
to the media. Media reach out to me.
So then following the next day, Tuesday, I get back from out of town. I come meet you. We do a couple more interviews. And within that time of Monday to Tuesday, the police sent out their response.
Yes. And then that was on Tuesday, right? On Wednesday, they updated it.
Their response.
The response.
Saying that
the dog is being taken away from the Vacaville PD. And
so Wednesday,
to a third-party trainer.
So as of Wednesday
facility
of this, and that would have been the
third day?
Wednesday.
This happened on Wednesday.
Oh, Wednesday would have been the 29th.
Sometime on Wednesday. Maybe they did it on Tuesday night. Who knows?
Okay. So right before the New Year.
But that was because of the response of the people.
So you feel like they only updated that response and said that because of all the backlash they were getting from that Facebook post.
At the same time, I'm getting messages for people who's been involved in this situation. Or people.
So a lot of now at this time you're getting responded by a lot of dog what would you call those places? Training facilities, shelters, I don't know.
Some other shelters, yeah.
So now a lot more of the dog industry is starting to come reach forward
from
to
everywhere. You know, this shelter from Oregon called me.
A place from Oregon, out of state. A place in
at the same time, New York newspapers were contacting me as well.
So the New York newspapers are starting to reach out, starting to catch a lot of traction by Wednesday. About 2 days later,
Fox 40 told me as well. There were 3 other states were requesting the video. Their franchise, brother channels, whatever. Okay. And they asking my permission, and I've been just sharing the video, man. That's all I could have done.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you really think about it, people see me as like a dog hero, right?
Right. You've now, it sounds like it, yeah.
It feels way less than that, you know. All I could have done, it was at 25 cents. All I could have recorded for that per video is one punch.
Yeah. You wish you got more.
For a lot of people to get convinced.
For people to understand what really happened.
If you hear that video, you were the one who told me you can hear that. Remember?
Yeah, I edited the video up a little bit, and you can actually hear the little strike that the officer takes onto the poor dog's face.
And the dog crying after.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible, to be honest.
Yeah. So, like I said, once again, it was like maybe just police dogs got to go through that, you know, like.
Yeah.
And that's why in my original post, I was like, is the dog get paid enough? You know, can he find another job if he wanted it to?
Yeah.
You know, can I say like, no, let me get out of here.
So
I'm going to retire, do something else. You know, like maybe he's not suited for the job. A lot of people say that.
Yeah, maybe that dog wasn't.
If he's not good enough for it, don't do that to it, you know.
Yeah, so Wednesday goes around, Thursday's New Year's Eve. What happens New Year's Eve? Any updates from then?
From who? From
anybody? News, police.
On Wednesday?
On Thursday, New Year's Eve.
On New Year's Eve.
Anything happened then?
Still, but on the meantime, a lot of people.
Oh yeah, so you were getting some people from the dog community, business side of things were getting interested in the story, and were telling you that they could provide you with certain things, right?
Yes. Besides that, a lot of regular people advising me, don't go and talk to the police.
Right.
You know, don't go inside and sit inside there.
Yeah.
I've been hearing so many things through this video, you know, personal messages into my Facebook account.
Yeah.
Like, easy over 50.
Yeah.
Like, it's being busy
giving you advice on different things you should and shouldn't do.
And where should I contact and where should I go? And I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah. It was just
a video.
It was just a
I
video.
was just a passing. I feel very sorry for the dog, but why do I have to worry about where I gotta go? And if I had supposed to worry about my safety now, I wasn't doing anything in there, man. Like, a guy replying to my Facebook comment saying, "Oh, you should have went straight to the cops."
Yeah, so you
How
gotta...
ridiculous that sounds to me. I thought of 50 response to these guys. Not insulting,
No, yeah, not insulting, but just kind of like...
But to explain, how come they expected me to call the police department?
Okay.
Who gave that response?
So for all those people who do have that question, why didn't you go to the police to begin with? You saw that, you saw what happened, you got the video. Why didn't you go to the police, say, call 911, hey, I got this police officer out here beating the shit out of a dog? Why didn't you do that?
It's Vacaville PD. Everybody around this area knows nobody can mess with Vacaville PD.
So for those of you who don't know, this is Vacaville, California, and Vacaville does have this thing about cops. It's a cop town. Like it's a cop town.
It's a cop town.
They feel like they can do whatever they want. They have all the power in the world. They'll fucking...
Would you keep us quiet? I have this conversation with a lot of people where it's actually a good thing. Everybody will be, oh, fuck, I want to be there. There's no crime. Yeah. But it has to be a balance.
Yeah.
Their authority is so strong.
Right.
And...
They kind of feed off that.
Yes. Yeah, so...
They kind of feel like they have to tell you who's boss.
Yes.
And that's not a good feeling. And that's not a good feeling.
On running a red light, on a whatever situation,
On maybe having a tail light out.
They school you for anything,
Yeah.
They school you, try to like...
Yeah. Yeah, for those who don't know, I've lived out here for a couple years, and I moved out early on, was out here in a bad situation where I had a major run-in with Vacaville police, with Solano County sheriffs, with all that shit, where it was they were raiding where I was living, going through personal items, and it was more than just once, it was more than just twice, and it was, scary situations to be in. Mm-hmm. And they'll do whatever they want to get whatever they need.
They can,
whether you have what they're looking for or not.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I was in a situation one time where they were doing parole sweeps, and it was where they're looking for people who are out on parole who haven't gone to court because for whatever reason they didn't show up to court. Now, once you miss that court date, they take you back to jail. Yeah. So if you ever miss a court date from being out of prison after your time is up, called being on parole, they can take you back to prison. So what happened was the person that I was staying with, one of his friends was a parolee, and he didn't go to court, and he was like bailed out of like Oakland or some shit, so he had to go to court in Oakland, and he wasn't going to court, so he was staying where we were at. Well, maybe like 10 years ago, whatever, or maybe a little bit less, in Vacaville, the last Thursday of every month they would do parole sweeps, meaning they would get warrants for everybody who had who missed their court date and needed to go back to jail. They would get warrants for them, and they would just go to all their known residences or where they would hang out, and they would just say, we got a police search warrant, and they would come in and do whatever they want. Yes. So I was involved in one of those, and the person who quote unquote owned the house, or the person who was like the main head of where I was staying, wasn't there. He was out of town, and fucking I had to take care of all this shit, and I'm like in handcuffs, guns pointed at me, you know what I mean? And they're looking for somebody who wasn't even there. And I'm like, oh my God, dude. Like, and I'm probably like 19, 20 at the time, not knowing what the fuck's going on in this situation. And that's Vacaville police just, doing what they got to do.
I'm pretty sure almost a lot of people have their own encounter where they feel way inferior than a police officer. And it shouldn't be that way, Yeah. It wasn't that way for me either, man. Well, I mean, I got here when I was 18, so I didn't know that kind of respect because it doesn't show like that in Mexico, right?
Right.
But still, I have to speak to a police face to face and say, man, you're just a human being like me.
Yeah.
And this is just another job, as I do what I do, and you get paid by us, literally, like you're here to help us. You're not here to implement your authority,
or what you believe to be right.
Yes,
because there's so many things in this world where how people raise their kids feel like this is what's right or this is what's right, and that's how the police kind of are. Like, well, I was raised this way, and this is how I know things are to be right, and I see you're doing what I don't think is right, so I'm gonna start fucking with you.
Yes, and maybe you back me up on this. It's not that they don't do the job. they overdo
Yeah,
their job.
I would totally say they want to do their job, and they also want to
They go
fucking.
there-
They want to make sure that you're fucking.
But man, if it's a red light that somebody violated, they want to make it look like they pull the car, they get them out, they look the cars, they get. I've seen all over my street, multiple times people outside of their cars on the street sitting on the
curb,
and the cars being searched, and an undercover cop behind them, and 2, 3, 4, 5 patrols, and this is common in here,
Yep.
They don't mess around.
They don't mess around, especially not in Vacaville.
They don't mess around.
So back to our timeline. Thursday hits. That's New Year's Eve. New Year's Day. No, you're still getting hit up by a lot of these canine lovers and shelters and professionals. Yeah. So you actually had one lady hit you up. We don't have to say her name or anything, but you had one lady hit you up. She told you what? She'll take care of
any cost expenses for an attorney or security or anything I need. She's been really beyond nice.
So you have somebody on your side right now who is more than willing to help out with getting you an attorney if anything happens, getting you any type of security if you feel like that there's going to be any type of retaliation from the police. And also kind of guiding you through different comments that are coming through to make sure that you don't overstep
she
or
works for
make sure
the
that
Napa Valley Canine Rescue.
Okay.
So it's an organization which a lot of people have reached over.
It's a rescue.
Yeah, she said, well, I don't know if she saw the news, but she said that the first day she received over 200 letters.
Oh, wow. So people were seeing this video and kind of letting this rescue know.
That's what happened. You know why? Because this lady who's been doing everything for me.
Yeah.
I sent her the video yesterday morning.
It's the first time she's seen it?
Because she said she only seen the news one.
Oh.
So she was able to finally hear the video.
See, when they put the news video on, it's only
footage,
visual, because they're always talking behind the the footage.
So she felt horrible about it. She was like, oh my God. She feels sorry I have to watch that,
Yeah.
I mean, good thing it was me, no anybody else. And I don't know anybody else in that situation. I wonder if people will picture themselves on my shoes.
Yeah.
Some people say, I would have. I mean, I know. Lady commented on my Facebook. I would have jumped on his back and tear his eyes out or something like that. Some crazy comments. But
a lot of comments came in like that. Oh, I would have did this. I would have did that.
That's their reaction.
Yeah, that's
towards
exactly
that
their reaction.
It's very shocking. So to understand how shocking it was just to see that, and that's just a small portion of what
it was. A 25-second video of a one punch to the face.
And
some people can't even.
Some people can't even see it. A lot of people just say, I can't even watch this. I
gotta look away.
They gotta look away, but
it's disturbing. No doubt. It's something that you don't see every day. It's something that you probably a lot of people never see, and definitely don't see in real life, and don't see it happen in their own town.
Yeah.
So I think all of those put together, we're in 2020. We just left 2020. We're in a pandemic. There's nothing really going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like the story really got a lot of traction because nothing much is going on, but also it also kind of plays into police brutality, Black Lives Matter.
Yes.
Now K9 Lives Matter that we see.
K9's life matters.
And just today, what happened today? Somebody on Facebook kind of wanted to organize a protest, right?
Mm-hmm.
They wanted to do a demonstration today outside of the police station at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
And what happened? Talk about that. So this guy, I was hitting this motherfucker up all day. Hey, what's up, bro? What are you doing? Oh, dude, I'm working. I got to do this estimate. I'm busting a move, and I'm back at the house. I'm like, all right, cool. I had to take care of some stuff today, too. My day off. I was just, taking care of shit. So finally, it was maybe 12 o'clock?
Around 12, yeah.
He was like, hey, come pick me up at my house. We'll go, and we'll check out this protest. Little did we know there was going to be, 5 or 6, maybe even 7 news outlets there.
Something like that. Too many cameras.
And they were specifically waiting for this guy to do a press conference with him. So talk about that.
Yeah, I was there to thank people. I told my friend, this guy, hey, Charles, I got to go and say thank you for supporting,
for showing up.
Very important about this moment this morning. It's like I wanted to show people that by myself I was nothing.
Right.
I'm just
because not a lot, but certain people out there were saying, "Oh, you just want your 15 minutes of fame. You just want this to go viral.
Yes.
You don't really care about the
As
dog.
if I
You're a
wanted
police
the dog
hater."
to be punched so I could be famous. Like some people
Yeah.
would be probably thinking that.
So you had to go out there to just show people this was not for that. This was actually to make awareness. So you had to go out there and thank the people that were supporting.
The reason why I shared the dog, very important, the video, I'm sorry, is to make sure the dog was safe. Because they didn't remove the dog until probably Wednesday from the handler. We still don't know at this point where the dog's at. I asked the lieutenant in charge of the investigation.
They won't tell you.
And he said, well, it's outside the Vacaville PD. We don't have it with us. It's on a third-party trainer
So
facility.
they had to give it up probably to some type of rescue or maybe even who they got
say
it
it was
from.
checked by a vet already and is uninjured.
It's uninjured, hopefully. I mean, they could just tell you whatever they want.
Exactly.
They could still have the fucking
based on
dog.
that statement, man, people don't want to give him the benefit of the doubt anymore.
Oh, it's hard. It's hard for people to...
I've been watching them losing the trust of the people.
Definitely.
Based on one guy, based on one video. I was explaining to one of my comments on one of the rude people out there thinking, is me the wrongdoing?
Yeah.
Because there's people thinking that.
Yeah.
And I replied to him and I told him, well, all I could have done was to share the video.
Yep. That's all you could do was just share the video because at that point you're just helping out the dog. Because a dog can't say help. The dog can't fucking put up and say, hey, this guy's fucking on top of me, hitting me in the face.
He can't
be like, he can't come into work tomorrow and be like, hey, this guy fucking just like hit me a couple times.
Right?
He just fucking slapped me around a couple boop 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 boop. You know what I mean? He can't tell the other dog homies that. No. So all you could do is just put up that video.
Yeah.
I feel like that's all. I feel like what you did was right.
I feel right.
Yeah.
I feel right, and the reason why I contacted Vindia is because I feel safer as more people knows. He knew my name. He knew my trucks. He know where
yeah.
I work,
So you felt like if you stayed anonymous at this point, that officer did see where you worked, saw your truck, phone number, clearly saw who you were, clearly knew you were going to be there more than just that one day. So you potentially felt like you might have had a target on you if you didn't come out and say, this is me.
Dude, should you say something strange that people might think is a joke? But it happened two incidents on me that maybe you think I'm tripping. You tell me if I'm tripping.
All right, tell me.
I went to my warehouse.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, what if someone's here?
Already? Just waiting?
Like watching, waiting on it.
Uh-huh.
And then I went to this estimate in the Oakland house.
Uh-huh.
Bro, it's like on some type of hill.
Yeah.
Empty place. Nobody was there. It was kind of foggy. I was like, somebody wanted to kill me. This is a perfect spot.
You're just playing that out in your head,
In my head, I called my wife and I told her, hey, Tanya, do you think I'm tripping? Because this place is empty. As soon as I get into this house,
estimate might have been a setup.
Imagine if the guy who did this
send you out to the bay,
knew he was on the wrong.
Empty house.
Yeah.
Fucked up place in Oakland.
Where the crime is.
Yeah.
Every day they kill a
homicide don't matter. Yeah, homicide's nothing out there.
Suicidal, whatever you want to put it, man.
Damn. Okay, so.
And I'm not suicidal.
Yeah.
I'm not suicidal. I'm not depressed.
So you're going through these thoughts. You're like, man, what if I could be set up? So today we go out about 12 o'clock ish. Go out and do this press conference. About I don't know, like 7 news outlets out there.
Thank the people. Do the
thanking everybody.
To the press.
And then these guys want to ask you, oh, tell us about the story. Tell us about the video. How did you feel? Like basically everything he already said.
Yes.
10, 15 times already through all these other news outlets.
Yes, I do worry about the media make me look bad on this. Maybe like
looking like a joke.
I wanna cry about what happened to the dog every minute.
Yeah.
It was very sad, very strong.
Yeah.
But why don't you get your job? Why don't you do your job and make sure that something gets done about it? Instead of talking about what I saw.
Yeah.
The video's out there.
So you feel like they're kind of just getting your reaction more than doing something about it.
It could be. I'm good enough to realize that if the type of question they
just want your content rather than
like let's talk about this real quick. They were like, how many times do they punch a robber? Just tell us how many times. You think about it. Remember, that's the press. And if it wouldn't be 2-3 times, I would remember.
Yeah.
Oh, he punched it 3 good times on the face, you know?
Yeah.
It was too many.
It was a lot.
So 10 is just a number.
So you're like,
doesn't matter.
You were just like 1, 2, 3. Oh shit, that's the lot.
1, 2, 3, oh shit. 4, 5, fuck my life. 6, 7, like Robert Ron.
You take your phone out.
7, 8, 9 is like, what in the world? Dude, I couldn't pull my phone fast enough for a lot of people to enjoy.
I guess so, right?
What I was like, what in the world? Reaction. You know, I don't think a lot of things will get that reaction out of me, my friend.
Yeah. So today we do this conference. We do this press conference. They get a lot more information again. They ask you, what did they ask you? Do you remember some of the questions they asked you?
Pretty much.
I recorded it on your phone. Actually, we can put some of the footage.
You can put some of that.
We'll put some of that on here, yeah, because I recorded it on your phone.
They wanted me to talk about it.
You got to look at it too, because I got some good fucking shots, bro.
Yeah,
I got some
perfect.
good shots.
Thank you. Appreciate that, bro.
You've
been with me since I watched this, bro.
Yeah,
as
bro.
well. So on almost any situation, man.
So yeah, so we'll just wrap this up really quick. So we just we'll end it on here. Just today, we're filming this right now. We just actually just came back from this little press. And they just asked you what? How do you feel about it? How the cops responded to you? They asked you what else they asked you.
I have a lot of cops reaching out to me. Remember, I told you they were retired cops.
Yeah, so you did have a lot of retired police outside of Vacaville police reaching out to you saying this isn't right. This is animal abuse.
The lady who's the organization in Napa.
Yeah.
She's married to a Richmond police officer who's a canine officer as well. So they're more than experts.
More than experts.
She told me my daughter grew up with a canine.
Yeah.
Where they come home and they left their badge and they're a part of a family.
Yeah.
You know, so they are pets. Even though...
Yeah, so one thing that the captain said... It said he and in one of his statements he said that it may look like these are pets, but they're much something else. Like, he basically said they weren't pets. So yeah, no, they come back to a home where they get to be loved. You know, honestly, it's like, think about it, man. It's like the life that you and I have. You know, we go to work. Yeah.
We come back and we chill.
Well, here's the thing: if the police department sees that canine as a police officer, as a partner, as somebody who is on the same level as a cop, as another police officer, I don't see nobody else getting punched in the face.
An officer.
I don't see another officer getting punched in the face.
A lot of people this is one of the number one.
They don't take us
on the top 3 comments is like, what if somebody else would have punched that dog? You know, that creates a whole conversation about it.
And then also, why is this officer taking this dog to the back of an old ass fucking fire department?
Yes, when no one's there, you know.
You don't have a facility for this that you take this dog to train in.
To a correction, yeah. There's procedures.
I feel like
that's a good question.
I feel like this would be like a place you would take a dog inside or somewhere to a ranch.
I already did a lot of research about this. Yes, you're right, and there's procedures in order to correct the dog, because it happens. They say it's pretty common that you give a toy to a dog, and the dog don't want to turn it back. You know, they love dogs. How to blame it? Right,
fucking crazy.
And somebody commented something very common sense. You know, it's a troubleshoot. Yeah. In a matter of a few classes, you correct that. Yeah. And done deal.
Yeah. So basically, the cop was trying to be an alpha male, trying to show the dog who was boss, and within that, he may have overstepped his boundaries and punched the dog a few times in the face.
Everybody's wondering about if the dog is broken forever. Not only physically, but
mentally. Because now he's going to think every time he does something wrong, he's going to get punched in the face.
Punched in the face.
Or just always be worthless.
Bro, if I'm not good at my job, I switch my job.
Yeah. They don't punch you. They're like, hey, Robert, you're fired. Boop. Peace. Boop, 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 boop. You're fired.
Exactly like that. Man.
Or they're like, hey, Robert, you suck. Boop, 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 boop. Come back to work tomorrow. Boop, 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 boop. Hey, come back to work tomorrow so you can fuck up some more so I can keep punching you in the face. That's what he was gonna do to that fucking dog.
That's exactly. It's ironic, you know. That's why.
Oh, come on, come back to work so I can keep punching you in the face. Fuck that.
Imagine, man. No,
man,
I wouldn't go back to work like that.
That's all we got for you guys. I just wanted to bring Robert in here and give you guys a raw, uncut story from the motherfucker who recorded this shit.
Follow, subscribe. That's the reason I share this, man. Keep on sharing, you know. Subscribe to the channel. He suggested me to get this video rolling, so please
put it out there. Put it all out there.
Put it out there. Don't stop sharing, you know. Thank you.
That's it. Peace.